again,
a little bit of an idiot, aren't you?
Yeah. Ignorance is bliss, as we both know. Job seekers' benefit in Ireland is €220 a week. It's only 73 quid in the UK. Child benefit per month is €140. So I flew over to Belfast last week, I think it was, and I was with a businessman who has a business in Northern Ireland. But as we headed towards his business, it was clear that he was close to Southern Ireland. Now, I brought my passport across.
Yeah.
I didn't need it for the flight across to Northern Ireland.
You don't need it in Southern Ireland.
Right, so again...
A little bit of an idiot, aren't you?
Yeah. Ignorance is bliss, as we both know, Nick. So, I had my passport, and because I mistakenly thought his business was in Southern Ireland, so I thought I'd better bring my passport just in case, even though, as you say, you don't need a passport. So.
But it's better doing that way round than the other way round, isn't it? Yeah.
Well, you've gone from insulting me to saying it was perfectly rational. Thank you. Maybe put a link towards the explanation at the end of this video. So I said, I brought my passport across, and he, like you said, you're an idiot. You don't need a passport to get into Southern Ireland. And I was actually quite bewildered, and I said, is that the case? So I said, what's to stop then people coming from Southern European migrants flying into Southern Ireland, travelling across into Northern Ireland and all that. So we were talking about the migrant thing, and the conversation got very heavy very quickly, actually, because as always, I don't hold back on my views about things. And he said, that's not the problem.
It's the other way around.
It's the other way around. And I said, well, what do you mean? And we're all aware, aren't we, what's happening in Southern Ireland. The numbers now are staggering. Only 77% of the Irish population is now white. I don't know if you're aware of that.
Yeah.
I mean, that is massive.
Yeah.
So nearly, 25% of the Irish population is now foreign nationals.
A quarter.
Yeah, it's massive. So I said, what do you mean? What do you mean? He said he said they're now checking the buses going from Belfast to Dublin. And I said, well, buses from... Yeah, he said, what's happening? I'm paraphrasing it, by the way, so if he's listening, hopefully he'll appreciate what I'm trying to do. I'm paraphrasing. But what he said is, migrants come across the channel from England on a ferry or whatever it might be, because of course no passport required, just get on there. They get into Belfast, they get on a bus in Belfast, they get the bus to Southern Ireland, Southern Ireland, and start claiming benefits there. I said, well, yeah, but they can do that in England, can't they? Oh, no, he said. He said, yes, they can. However, and this, I almost had to do a little round of applause here, because this is something the UK's finally got right. The benefits in Ireland are much, much higher than the benefits in the UK. So, I checked these numbers out. Job seekers' benefit in Ireland is €220 a week. It's only 73 quid in the UK. Child benefit per month is €140. It's either a week or a month, I'm not sure about. I think it might be a month. It's only 20 quid in the UK. So what's happening, and this is obscene, isn't it? People, either illegal immigrants or migrants, are getting into the UK
to go somewhere better.
And the reason Ireland is in such a mess is because of British migrants heading into Ireland. No, I thought they were coming across the channel. I thought they were flying in from Europe into Southern Ireland. They're not. They're travelling through do people actually know this, Nick?
We're Ireland's version of France.
Yes, we are. We are. But you don't see that on the news, do you?
No.
And I was quite shocked.
The reason why you don't see that on the news, because if the news had to admit that, and the government had to admit that immigrants are leaving here for Southern Ireland for a better benefit system, that would raise questions then of our benefit system, as in they're leaving France to come here because ours are too good. It would lead to a discussion about we need to slash or end benefits for migrants, and that's what we need to do. I don't think anybody who wasn't born in this country should ever be able to claim benefits.
Yeah.
Ever.
Yeah. There was one other thing he told me about, which again I was quite shocked about. So apparently if you give an asylum seeker, I'm not quite sure, so maybe again our viewers, or you can correct me on this, if you give an asylum seeker or an immigrant a job in Ireland or even in the UK, you have to guarantee that job to them for 3 years. Have you heard of this?
No.
Maybe it's an Irish thing, I don't know.
Yeah, well, in the UK, asylum seekers can't work in the UK.
No, so it must be immigrants. So if you're giving a job, so if somebody's applied for a work visa here or whatever, or to be an immigrant, they have to be given a job for 3 years.
Sounds like an Irish thing, that.
Yeah, guarantee. Yeah. So what's happening as a result is, with the downturn in the economy, Irish businesses are laying people off, but they're having to lay off native Irish people
of course they are.
First, because they've got to keep the immigrants.
Yeah.
That is shocking.
I can understand why they did that. So, Irish government trying to control immigration have said to businesses, you can employ someone from abroad, but you've got to guarantee them 3 years' work. That will stop anyone employing anyone and letting so that's a deterrent from.
Yeah.
But now that's been implemented and a downturn comes, we've got to let people go. Oh, I'm sorry, Mick. You've got to go. Mohammed's staying.
Yes. Sorry, Paddy. Mohammed's staying. Yeah. And again, this is an example of the government trying to interfere in capitalism and making a massive cock up as well. So I was just having that little trip made me realise our understanding of what's happening in Southern Ireland and everything else. So we just have no idea what's going on there.